Mr. Lee, the eighth question. What would you say is the biggest difference, between faith and superstition?
Faith and rationality, at least that is how I personally see it, faith is not very rational. Also, if you choose to believe blindly without any basis, then I think that truly becomes a form of superstition. But true faith definitely has a foundation in rationality, just like our faith. How does it? Is there any basis for believing in a creator? What do we think that basis is? It is the manifestation of God's existence through all things he has created. There is a verse in the Bible. Paul said, "Since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse." What does this mean? There is another verse in the Bible that I want to mention which says, "A house is built by human hands." Just like everything else, it is created and established by the Creator. So when we look at our phones, they embody human design and craftsmanship, and human intelligence is built into them. Could they have just come into existence by chance? And if the wisdom contained in these devices were placed in ancient times, it would surely have shocked people of that era, right? So you see, a phone could not possibly have come into being without cause. Behind it, there must be someone who designed and created it. So with all the wonders and marvels of the universe filled with wisdom, isn't there a creator behind it all? This is the reason why our faith definitely is firmly grounded in a solid foundation and is rational. This is also why so many scientists in other countries have faith and accept belief. So it is certainly not blind superstition.
You just mentioned that superstition is irrational. Let me give an example. If there is an uneducated elderly person who falls ill and doesn't know about Christianity or God, but wants to be healed, so he turns to believe in God, would that be considered superstition?
From the perspective of his original heart and underlying intention, this phenomenon is rational, but whether he actually receives the gift of divine grace is another matter. Many people come to faith through a wide variety of different paths. Sometimes it just happens that they encounter it, or perhaps it is precisely the way God chooses them. So we say he is someone at the threshold. But in fact, everyone is at the threshold, because all of us are entirely and completely fallen, relying only on our own reason and spirit. Or can you restrain yourself enough to choose God? It's impossible. Everyone is resisting God. So everything comes from what? God's grace and his election. As I just mentioned, elderly people like this, whose bodies have problems and need healing, they seek help, and in the end they also come to believe. So there is also such a story in the Bible. How exactly does it go? It tells us about those people who ate the bread and were filled, but in the very end, many did not continue to follow Jesus, right? Yes, if your motivation is only based on satisfying your hunger, or just on whether your physical ailments are healed or whether you are healthy, then in the end, you may also choose to leave. You may leave the Lord because of this. But if your reason, your thinking, and your heart's intent, if you truly come into contact with the truth and believe that it is real, then no matter what happens, you won't be shaken. You might stumble or feel weak, but you will still return to that place. So this is genuine faith. It is rational. This also applies to Lao. When he was reading the Bible, he just kept reading and reading. He might have come to understand and accept this proof, and now it has become even clearer to him. This is also a good thing.